So here we go. Time for the introduction of the bronze medal match in the women's team foil competition. The USA team with Lee Kiefer on the left, Maia Mei Waintraub in the middle, Jacqueline Dubrovich, who's sitting on the bench, middle right, and Lauren Scruggs on the far right. So there we have it, Miyawaki Karin, Azuma Sera, Ueno Yuka, and Kikuchi Komaki is the reserve on the bench. Left-hander on the right-hand side. And the refereeing duties will be shared between Kuwait's Rashid Al-Shamli and Korea's Soo Sang-won. Time for the team huddles. The 2023 Fencing World Championships is in its penultimate day, and we are featuring the women's team foil bronze medal match. The first action on the podium today. Japan taking on the United States of America. Valuable Olympic qualifying points at stake, as well as a place on the podium at this year's edition of the big one. Up first, former world junior champion Lauren Scruggs takes on Ueno Yuka. We're watching these two teams today. USA are a fairly aggressive foil nation. They get on the attack early, but Japan, and there is Frank Bodan, the coach of the Japanese foil program, both men and women, Frenchman, former world champion and Olympic medalist for France. Yeah, the Japanese team have been, let's say they've taken a bit more of a conservative approach through the competition as we get our first video appeal. It's Ueno who's called for it. Blade picked up by Scruggs. And that is that in terms of Ueno's video appeals. Yeah, a bit more conservative from the Japanese team today. But the indications early on in this fight are they are coming out on the attack as well. So if you're new to fencing and team fencing, there's 9 legs here, 3 fencers on each side with 1 reserve. The reserve can come in with 1 fight's notice from the team. And the order of the fights is preordained. The order is done blindly by each team. They don't know the order that the other team are putting forward. So there's a bit of guesswork before the match even begins. Foil itself is what they call a weapon of convention, which means you have to have the right of way. Think of it simply as having the ball in basketball. You can only score in basketball when you have the ball. You can only score in fencing when you have the right of way, and the referee's job is to decide who has the right of way, who is the attacking fencer. It was Ueno in that case, going 3-1 up. And another one from her. Sharp off the line here from the Japanese. And you could clearly see it was a counter-attack from Lauren Scruggs. So that's the referee's job, to decide who starts the attack. If you're being attacked, well, one of the things you can do is what Scruggs just did and get hit. The other two are better options. Run away and make your opponent miss using your feet, or block with your blade. A defensive action called a parry. If you do either of those two things, it's your turn to attack. This one is over in pretty short shrift, and Japan have come out to play early doors in the match.
5-2-1.
So 5-1 lead for Japan. And bronze medalist Lee Kiefer on for the USA, going up against Miyawaki Karin, a 22 ranked fencer in the world, 22nd ranked fencer in the world. Kiefer will want her say in this match. She'll want to get straight back into it. They don't want to be drifting away. Neither team will want to have a massive deficit, well, at any point in the match, but through the first three is, if you like, the warm-up for the rest of the match. Attack left. So Kiefer showing her intent right at the start of this match. So as well as being a weapon of convention, foil is also a limited target area, just the torso, everything apart from the head, arms and legs. If you have the right of way and you miss the on-target area, which is defined by that silver jacket that both the fencers are wearing, and you hit the white part of the jacket, breeches or mask, if you've got the right of way and you hit that area, no hit will be given. It doesn't matter what your opponent does. The trick, though, as Kiefer is showing, is to hit the valid target area. Final action is a block from Miyawaki, which she couldn't get on target, and then the referee stops the fight because they got too close. A nice simple one to call for the referee. Attack, counter-attack. The Japanese fencer on the attack, and the counter-attack is given away by the fact that Kiefer's turned her body away. Well, we get a video appeal now from Miyawaki. She felt that Kiefer didn't steal the right of way. Here's a good look at it. This is the referee's view. A very quick look from Rashid Al-Shamli. Sticks with his decision. That's often an indicator. If it's one quick look, and they stick with their decision. A remise of the attack. So the attack is blocked out there, but Kiefer dives in without the right of way and gets a single light. And around the world, looking incredibly determined, wants to get straight back to it after scoring the hit. And close quarters this time, it's Miyawaki that gets the hit. There's just 1 point in it now. Happy to go into close quarters, but that's a second one in a row in close quarters for the Japanese fencer. Well, didn't set that one up well. Started a sprint in. Kiefer spotted it early and just stepped in with a counter-attack.
On guard. Red, allez. There was no valable. On guard. Red, allez.
Target score of 10 in this second bout. Kiefer's already done a lot of the work and levels up here. So it's closed that 4-point deficit right up.
Red, allez.
Whatever the outcome, it's been a much better leg for the USA than Japan. Close quarters again, this time nobody getting a hit. Referee had already called halt, so that hit won't stand for Kiefer. Para-riposte fails, and then the gap is closed, and a card is coming out for turning for Miyawaki Karin. Minor infringement, so nothing doing. Single light there, and I think, in fact, Kiefer missed that one.
10 to 9 for Japan.
Yeah, Kiefer had the right of way, but she missed it. But a great job from her. 8 points to 5, she won that particular match. On now, Maia Waintraub, the 20-year-old world number 18, up against the number 1 in the Japanese team, Azuma Sera, just 23 years old herself. Now, this is a fight that the Japanese team will be targeting. Waintraub brought in for Dubrovich, who's clearly still coming to terms with the loss in the semi-final to France that USA faced. And a white light coming up on the side of the USA, so some kind of fault there. That's the body wire that connects into the weapon. Double socket, now favoured by most of the athletes in the world. And foil. And Rashid Al-Shamli asking the athletes to test. Sorry, it's not Rashid Al-Shamli, it's Su Sang-won taking over the duties in fights 3 and 4. Well, the action had already started as the referee called halt, so it remains a touch for Waintraub. Azuma tucked herself up there and put a cart parry across to defend herself. Still managed to get back up onto the regular on guard position and skip away. Well, there's a big cheer from Waintraub there. She feels that she got the right of way there, but Su Sang-won gave the hit the other way, and we have another video call.
Attack 2 point.
And the hit's down, so video appeals done for Waintraub in this match. The Princeton University student will have no more attempts at an appeal in this particular leg, and lovely little tree riposte there as Miyawaki looks on and celebrates and congratulates her teammate for landing that awkward spot in close quarters. Stepping in on the counter there. Azuma Sera was waiting for that opportunity. And the Waintraub knows she got in too close with the sword not pointing at her opponent. Azuma started fencing in Wakayama at the age of 10. Her sister was a fencer as well. They both competed together at the Rio Olympic Games in 2016. And in fact, it was their mother, Miki, who encouraged them into the sport, having fenced internationally herself. Referee's going to have a look at the video for this one. Not asked by either of the athletes, but he just wants to see who has the right of way, because the final action certainly started as he called halt. So maybe a little bit of an indication that Waintraub ducked her head. What's the call? So the remise given for Japan. Just clinging on to the lead here now. And getting over the line in the third of 9 matches.
15-12, Team Japan.
So Japan getting off to the better start, going 5-1 up. Kiefer came on for the USA and closed that gap up to 1 before Azuma finished off the first third. 15-12 up. Lauren Scruggs facing Miyawaki Karin as we start the middle 3 legs. This is where we start to see the fight build. USA will be looking to try and close the gap up. They won't be in any mad rush at this stage. They certainly want to close this gap up and ideally take the lead from Japan. Japan in the driving seat, though. They can control the match from here. They can control the pace at least.
En garde. Prêt. Allez. L'attaque par la riposte non. Par remise de touche point.
Oh, Miyawaki putting in an absolute huge effort here. She went 8-5 down, but faced the leading member of the US team in her first fight. Here, she's pushing this one as hard and as fast as she can.
Prêt. Allez.
So yellow card for minor infringement for Lauren Scruggs in this women's team foil bronze medal match. Attack was parried by Scruggs, but she didn't land the hit on the shoulder. A tricky place to hit. See it here, she just misses as Miyawaki steps in, closes the distance up. And that 4 unanswered hits for Japan is not what the USA would be wanting at this stage. Of a Japanese persuasion, or if you're a fan of Japanese fencing, this is a great moment to extend the lead, and goes in on prep this time, and a 5-zip win for Miyawaki against Scruggs. Wondering now whether the coaching team in the box will think about standing Scruggs down and bringing Dubrovich on.
Next boss, Yuka. Ueno.
Waintraub on for the USA, up against Ueno. And the least experienced member of the USA team has to do something here. Can't be passive. Has to take the fight to Japan.
En garde. Prêt. Allez.
Japan are winning all the battles in close quarters so far in this match.
En garde. Prêt. Allez. Attaque non valable. En garde. Prêt. Allez. Very good. What?
So, lovely little trap there from Maia Waintraub. A little hit on the top of the head on the way through, but she's all right. And has the mask tested. She probably thought that she was hit on the mask, but the bib of the mask is now part of the valid target area. That's likely where Waintraub struck her.
Bien. En garde. Prêt. Allez. Yellow card. On guard.
So a card there coming out for Ueno.
Attaque à droite. On guard.
Well, you got a good look at Rashid Al-Shamli there saying
One. On guard.
what he felt was the case, and it was in favour of Ueno.
Out. On guard. Red. Ali. No counter-attack, no valable. On guard. Red. Ali. Attack, no valable.
So still attack from the right.
On guard. Red. Ali. Very good, no valable. On guard. Red. Ali. Attack, no counter-attack, no valable. On guard. Red. Ali. Remise no valable. On guard. Red. Ali. Halt.
So time is starting to play a part here. In some respects,
Red.
you could look at Waintraub and say, right, she's done quite a good job here of containing Ueno, because the Japanese for sure would have been targeting this fight as one where they could score some hits. So not a bad job from Waintraub, but actually with time ticking away, I'm not sure it's the greatest thing. We're in leg 5 of 9, and Kiefer is on next, so the strongest member of the team coming on for the USA.
Ali.
She goes up against Azuma, the strongest member of the Japanese team. If you just went by world ranking, of course. Miyawaki's been fencing really well as well. So they reached time, but not the target score of 25. So just a little reminder that the next leg is up to 30. So even if they get to 25, we'll still carry on until someone gets up to 30. So there's room now for Kiefer. That's the good thing. Azuma's got to score 8 hits to finish things off.
Anga. Red. Ali. Remise no valable. Anga. Red. Ali. Attack at droite.
Picks up the blade, Azuma. And that's how she got the right of way. So
Red. Ali.
not starting in Kiefer's favour here, and you've got to think that the Americans have got to close the gap up in this fight. Not all the way, But they've got to put a dent
Red, Ali.
in this Japanese lead.
That's Angar. Red, Ali. That's Angar. Red, Ali. Conterribot Novalati. Angar. Red, Ali. Angar. Red, Ali.
It's another one for the Japanese team.
Angar. Red, Ali.
There's no doubt that Kiefer is going after this, but struggling to hit Azuma at the moment. Well, certainly not regularly enough. And that is very much due to the fact that Azuma is not just trying to contain Kiefer. She is using attack as her form of defense. A defense which is actually very, very good. As demonstrated there on the back line, able to find the parry. Now Kiefer gets ahead in this particular bout, but only by one. Reduces the 9-point lead to 8.
Red, Ali.
So perhaps use the first minute and 20 seconds to just work out the best route to get to the target. Now is scoring at a rate of knots. This is the hit rate that the USA need, in fact. So starting to liven up here. Frank Woodern in the Japanese box. Yeah, looking pretty calm and relaxed at the moment. A few more from Kiefer, and that will change.
Angar. Red, Ali. Attack push back, attack push back. Angar. Red, Ali. Out. Down. Angar. Red, Ali.
Oh, beautiful parry riposte. So Azuma coming out on the attack now to try and stifle the momentum that Kiefer's built up. Kiefer showing the other side of her game.
Red, Ali.
Sure for the last Olympic cycle running into Tokyo, which obviously had its pause, but into this one as well. Kiefer at the moment demonstrates, I think, the best of both sides of the attacking and defensive women's foil game.
Red, Ali.
And not only can she adjust from fight to fight, depending on who she's facing. She can adjust within a fight.
Anga. Break.
7-3 in favour of the American at the moment, and there's still just over a minute left in this match. And that looks to me like another one from Kiefer. The referee's giving it the other way. That's Rashid Al-Shamli. Kinshige there, I think he's the assistant coach in the box for the USA. Well, it looks like he's actually leading the way as we look at the replay. Given off target to the right to the Japanese athlete.
Attack Novala.
And
26.
the referee sticks with his decision.
Anga. 25. The last one is Novala. Anga.
Well, bit of confusion in the Japanese box. They were expecting the score to go up. The hit stands for the right, but it was off target, so no light. They're just going back to check this, but it definitely was off target. It was on the leg, so no point should be given at this point. I think that's just a little bit of confusion from Frank Boudin. And what they're doing is they're just going back through the last couple of hits to make sure they haven't missed anything. That's why we're getting these replays. They're not replays, they're not looking at the hits themselves, they're looking at the scoreboard. And everything confirmed after the check.
Red. Ale. Anga.
So Kiefer there suggesting that Azuma has let go of a sword a couple of times and that she wants the referee just to keep an eye on that. You do sometimes lose your weapon because in close quarters you're obviously close, but there's a lot more clashing of guards, and so you can lose your weapon quite legitimately, but you're definitely not allowed to release it to avoid getting hit. And that's because the referee will call halt for safety reasons if one of the weapons is out of the hands of the fencer. Now I have a pause here. Knock on the wrist or the hand for Azuma.
Doctor.
And they're now calling the medic out to have a look. So it was right there on the prime riposte. Around the head, actually, it was from Kiefer. So it was that action there. She came from prime across into 6. No medical timeout required. Just a quick check from the doctor and perhaps a bit of magic spray.
Anga. Red. Ale. Anga. Red. Ale. Attack no. Counter attack 1. Anga. Red. Ale. Navala. Anga. Red. Ale. Attack Navala. Anga. Red. Ale.
Oh, pressing this one down even more.
Anga. Red. Allez. Ah, counter-attack non valable. Anga. Red. Allez. Ah, touche. Voilà. Must be.
This is a big shift being put in by Lee Kiefer. 9 hits down they were, as Azuma looks to change a weapon. Again, looking to break up the momentum more than anything.
Anga. Red. Allez. Out. Anga. Red. Allez.
Remember, target score of 30 here. We're not going to get anywhere near that. But Kiefer wants to at least get back on level terms and does so with a remise. She's got time here to go and get another one and put the USA back in the lead from 9 hits down. This is a huge turnaround.
Anga. Red. Allez. Ah, attack non valable. Malperino. Anga. Red. Allez. Alt. Anga. Red. Allez. Oh, attack. No valable. Anga. Red. Allez.
Well, she wasn't going to come off the gas. And this is a phenomenal performance from Kiefer. A huge turnaround here.
26-25.
Just the 3 points for Azuma. 13 for Kiefer. I mean, that's just an incredible turnaround. Even by Kiefer's standards. She's put the USA back in the match here as we enter the final 3 legs. Maia Weintraub on for the USA. And it's Miyawaki Karin on for the Japanese team. Back of Frank Bodan there, and looks to be some kind of review going on. Are they just checking the score here? I think they're still looking at that 25th hit. It was a check of the score. In fact, it has been promoted to 26 for the Japanese team. So it was 4 hits in the end for Azuma in the last one.
Red.
So often when one fencer in a team goes on a massive run, it lifts the spirit of the entire team. And here, Maia Waintraub, in her last action of these World Championships, this is going to be the very last fight she competes in here in Milan, is looking very strong against Miyawaki. Well, just settled a little bit from the previous match. I mean, it kind of had to, didn't it? With 13 hits being scored by Lee Kiefer. But they continue to press on. Target score in this 7th leg is 35 points. Kiefer's anchoring for the USA up against Ueno. And she's going to kind of want her teammates to not put her in that position of being so far behind and put in a bit of a stint now. But with it being the last fights for, well, all the fencers now coming on, the last fights of the World Championships, they can just put everything out there. And the attack sneaking through. No complaints from Frank Bodan there. The attack was from the left from the USA. Miyawaki calls for a review. Perhaps that's why there was no complaint. It's all about who starts, who has the intent. And it looked to me that it was Waintraub, and on the review, referee Sue comes back and says, yep, I'm sticking with my call. So no video now for Miyawaki.
Okay.
And a question over the score.
Time to Onga. Red. Are.
And that's both of them out of videos now. Just 45 seconds left on the clock. All square. But despite it being all square, perhaps just slightly fancy the USA to take this bronze medal. Para riposte is parried, and the counter riposte for me is it's been given off target. It's an argument there for the Japanese fencer. It's no contest. And that time, clear start as Kiefer looks on. Clear start from Miyawaki. With the scoreboard not quite up to 35 points. Now the scoreboard's been reset to 0. It is 32-31 for Japan. 33-31 for Japan now. But with the scoreboard not quite up to the, well, saying not up to the 35 points, but there's a chance here. I think Frank Boudin has said to Miyawaki, you've got to go and score. You've got to get us to the target score. And the relevance of that is it means there's not enough space in the scoreboard for the Americans to come back into it. It reduces the chance of Kiefer and perhaps even Dubrovich, who's coming on now for Scruggs, to do some damage, because the Japanese only have to score 5 points to get to the target score. So this is finely balanced, this one now.
Of number 8.
So Scruggs subbed off, Jacqueline Dubrovich coming on, going up against Azuma Sera. Now Azuma Sera is going to want to push to get this to 40 points. If she can do that and keep Dubrovich below 35, I mean, let's not forget Kiefer scored 13 points in her last outing. She's coming on last. And the maximum gap that Japan can create is 9 points now. I think they're going to want all of those 9. Every hit crucial for the United States of America. Was the blade picked up? It was. The referee's gone to have a look at this one, I think of his own volition. Just a quick double check. Blade was picked up. The attack didn't come straight away, but it came in enough time from Azuma. A beautiful attack there. Finding a part of the target, which is very, very difficult to hit. You'll see here coming around, that's a cart coupe, it's called, where you beat the blade and come over the top of your opponent's blade. And then she hits her underneath the arm. This one is a multiple, it's a feint 1-2, changing lines twice through the attack. So a great deal of variety now being shown by Azuma Sera. and she's putting Japan back in the driving seat in the match. That time I think that Dubrovich actually had the right of way, but she didn't hit her opponent, and that is all the 9-point lead that Japan could have had. A 5-zip run for Azuma Sera. So this one is huge.
Last ball. Lee Kiefer.
Two good legs for Japan, and now the anchor leg. Kiefer taking on Ueno. 5 required for Japan to see it over the line and get themselves on the podium in the women's team foil competition here in Milan at the World Championships. But don't rule Kiefer out. She got 13 points in her last outing to 4 against the top Japanese fencer. Well, Ueno just finishing her attack. Kiefer couldn't quite block it out in the 6th line. And this time stepping in with a closing counter-attack. It was a Herculean effort from Lee Kiefer in leg number 6. Now the scoreboard is against her, and that's very much down to Miyawaki Karin getting the scoreline up to 35 in leg number 7. Azuma then came on and went 5-0, giving Japan a key opportunity here. Circular cease parry riposte from the Japanese fencer, off target. Well, looked to be the attack for Kiefer, which was off target, but a very big protest. An immediate call for a review, both from Ueno herself and from Frank Boudin. It has to be the fencer that calls for the video review. The mystery is about to be revealed, and it is changed over. One away for Japan. And that's just the second hit that Kiefer's got. Can't flick to the shoulder, but hits on the arm. That was for Kiefer. Still pressing, going down fighting, and that's a nice attack. Surely she can't do this from 44-32 down. Parry riposte fails. Little unlucky for Ueno. She'll be ready for that one next time. So multiple beats to the blade. Beat attack fails. Remise is off target. The referee saying that the call halts, so no hit given anyway, no complaint, and it's a yellow card actually, possibly for covering for Ueno. Parry riposte, no, and in close quarters, that one surely. No, the referee had called halt again to stop the fight. Only one light on the box though. Referee keen to have a clean last action to call.
Ali.
And that is it. A little bit too tentative from Kiefer in the end with the last attack. Japan, with Ueno, Azuma and Miyawaki, have done a number on the USA. They've taken the bronze medal here in the women's team foil competition at the World Championships. They went miles ahead early on, only for Kiefer to come back on in leg number 6 and go on a 13-4 run to level the scores up. It was from there that Japan put down the afterburners. Miyawaki rocking the score onto 35 where it needed to be for Japan to have a chance, really. Azuma Sera then went 5-0 against the USA's reserve, Jacqueline Dubrovich, and Ueno Yuka finished the job off for Japan, beating the USA 45-34. And a huge round of applause to all of the Japanese fencers, but also to Frank Boudin, who took over the program in Japan and built a team that are tough to beat. They're tough to hit. And it's all smiles from the team, but there are some tears from the supporting crew from Japan. And they want Frank Boudin in the photo to celebrate this bronze medal. Huge moment for Japanese foil here in Milan. They got pummeled by Italy in the semi-finals, but I think part of that was them saving themselves for this bronze medal match, and that's how much it means to the support crew from Japan. A huge result for the Asian nation here in Milan. Well, that's not going to do their hopes of Olympic qualification any